Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? It's Maverick. Maverick's got his Kong treat in here. Here, I'm not gonna hold it for you, babe. Here. You can co-host from the corner, I guess, huh? Yum, 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 yum. Okay, so sorry. Anyway, welcome to the Movie Marquee Challenge. Week 2 for January 2024's update. I have an update. I have a regular update. How about that? I actually got ahead of the curve to update. I got so into doing this project. If it's your first time for the Movie Marquee Challenge, hi, hello, welcome. Let me explain really quick what this is. It's a collaboration for a year-long collaboration for my friends Samantha from Amethyst Craftworks, Bella from Bella's Crochet Gifts, and myself. Both ladies are linked down below in all of the Movie Marquee videos for the whole year. We take turns for each, like we rotate through the months, picking at random movies that we pre-selected before the year started, and we show you the movie poster. We invite you to join along with us, and we draw inspiration and make a project. Doesn't have to be a blanket, doesn't have to be the same project, nothing like that. We post them in the Facebook group. We show them off in videos. If you're another YouTuber, we invite you to show them in videos yourselves, or like I said, post them in my Facebook group. That is also linked down below. We're a fun group. You should definitely join in our Facebook group. Anyway, I had like a random fiber drop on me. How weird was that? Just like, anyway, and it's just general fun. You can draw from the colors, from the poster itself, however you want to do. And this month was my pick. Next month will be, I believe, Bella's pick. On to Samantha. It'll rotate back around to me. You get the idea. And it's just for fun. It's a funsy kind of thing. We're using it. I believe all three of us are using it as a use up our yarn, our collection, our scraps, our whatevers. You are not done with that already. Kind of, did you lose it? One moment, guys. Sorry about that. We had a lost Kong toy under the chair here. He couldn't grab it. Anyway, so let me show you my pick before things digress any further with my furry little adorable co-host here. The movie that I picked to start off January with was right here. It's Rock of Ages. Now in my first video for revealing it, I already gushed about how much I love this movie, how funny it is, even though we've already discussed it's not exactly a comedy, it's a musical, but it is funny and it is a musical, so both hold true. I absolutely love everything about it. It is definitely like an homage to the 80s. Living that life. Like if I had been a teenager, young adult in the 80s, that would have been the life I dreamed of, kind of deal. Like it's everything. I love it so much. So, and this year I would like to make smaller projects and not one ongoing year-long project to donate to a charity of my choice, which is the Noah Project. I almost said foundation. The Noah Project, which is a no-kill shelter close to me. I already sponsor some dogs from the shelter. They have dogs, cats, everything like that. They have wish lists on Amazon to sponsor them in other ways and that kind of stuff too. They're part of the treat app game that you can play, earn treats and things like that for the dogs that you sponsor in the game to send to them, like treats and food and meals and stuff like that. So they really reach out and try to get all the help that they can. And then they have on their website, their Facebook page, they let you know when they're asking for blanket donations, towels, things like that, especially for puppy and kitten season. And I talked to them this last puppy and kitten season about making them, because some places do and some places don't take homemade blankets and stuff. They are thrilled to take them, so I'm super excited. They'll even send them home with the pet when they get adopted. So I'm very excited. Now I'm using scraps, so I did not bring in each ball with me this time, possibly because I was carrying that and carrying all of like Mavericks Kong, my phone, Mavericks Kong Philly stuff, and ushering Maverick into the yarn room because David had Otis with him and was trying to get him upstairs because they were going to go nap together. But I did bring the project. So what I started doing, I showed you some rectangles that I was doing last week. Yeah, last week. That are white in the middle and then different colors to go make like a literal depiction of the cover, right? The cover art of the movie poster. Now I want to say 2 or 3 of them done, and I might have been starting on the next one. And I had fully intended on just finishing the full 6 of them and showing them to you, but I got carried away. So not only did I get all of them made, there's one end left on here. This was the first one I'd made. I got all of them made, but I started joining them, as you can see. So here's one side. Here's the other side. Here's the middle part. When I said I was going to pick out, it's just Red Heart Super Saver, I believe it's called Amethyst. And I said there was going to be a stripe. I did not do the ends yet. I was in the middle of doing the ends, and I'll explain why I didn't finish. And I was like, you know what, before I mess this up further, I'm just going to do the video and then continue on my way. But this is going to be, so this is how wide I anticipate the blanket to be. Now it's, because of my mess up, which I'll explain in a second, it's going to be a little bit wider. But the mess up's going to be part of the border. But blocks joined, middle part, which is a black, purple, and the white in the center where Diego is in the middle. So that's striped out too. And then because my brain is going to work that way, I've done, this is the continuous join. So this is going to be the left side of the blanket, actually. There is my continuous join. That's most likely linked down below. I think I've pretty much linked it in all my videos because I highly believe in it and I love it and I think everyone should know about it. But there's my continuous join. I did that for all of these. I basically just made the strip like I did this one, flipped it on its side, started with the black, and just made a straight moss stitch. After these are all moss stitch, by the way. It's moss stitch rectangles. Started with straight lines back and forth of moss stitch, changed it to the purple, changed it to the white. I'm going to do the same with this one, and then I'm going to continuous join that. The very last stitch or row that I did is it's not moss stitch, it's all single crochet all the way across. And then I'm going to do that on this one and continuous join them as I do the single crochet row. So it'll be a join up the middle. Then I'm going to do the border around it and call that a day. So hopefully next week you'll see it all joined together and maybe the border started. Now the border will be started, and here's why. So after I did this strip, got all of the ends except for this one sewn in, and I only left this one because I was going to leave this one so I knew where to start the purple, and I was going to move into these and sew these in and then come do the video. I got it sewn in, realized if I start the purple here that it's going to move over this way, right? Because this is the top of the thing. Yeah, it would be on this side. Move over this way to meet the other one this way, right? This is the back of the continuous join. So it would have to be this way. So, because I just sewed all the ends in, what I'm going to do is, this is only like 4 rows of black. So I'm going to do 4 rows on this side right here. And that's going to be part of the border. I figured once I get the purple and the white and I join them, I'll attach the black here, do 4 rows, and then carry on around it as part of the border, because this will already have the 4 rows, and that will even it out widthwise so that my measuremental OCD will settle down. And yeah, I can't believe I did that, you guys. I cannot believe I did that. It's because I was so tired working on it. I was so excited that I stayed up so late doing it. And I knew better. I knew I shouldn't. So I was like, I really shouldn't start working on this until I get a video done. But, but you know, I did. So if you can imagine anyway, it being like out to here and then having the border, that's going to be what it looks like. That's going to be the blanket. And then the border is just going to be something simple too, because like I don't want, like the moss stitch is a tight stitch because I'm purposely doing it so that, you know, claws don't get tangled in it and everything else. I had a slight bit of woe with the rectangles. My first one turned out flat and perfect, although it doesn't look like it now because I think I added an extra stitch to this border. But flat, perfect, the size that I hoped it would be, the right size, which they're kind of big VHS case sized, right? Like the big sized ones that had the cassette was inside. Anyway, and see, the next sized one that I did was the pink and the orange, and those worked out okay. They were similarly sized, but the middles didn't seem like the right size. But I was like, you know what? It's good. Like a couple of you guys mentioned, the dogs aren't going to reject it. So it'll be okay. Then I went on to the green one. And the green one, I think I had tried to fix my middle issue. And in doing so, I think I made that pretty similar. But I ended up having to make corrections in the green part, and it just made it all sorts of wonky, which is another reason I think this is looking a little more not laying flattish. The green one is by far the most like wonky looking, but even that's starting to straighten out. So I feel like once I get the middle part on and joined and then the border around it, it's all going to straighten out pretty flat. And then I did the yellow, which I got everything. I was so happy. Everything worked out. Count wise, perfect. It laid flat, perfect. I held it up and measured it, and I measured it, then I held it up. It was too big. I was going insane. So I had to take a row or 2 off of it to make it the right size. So then the stitch count was off. So when I joined it, I just had to add, like some of my stitches I had to join twice into, I fudged it. I was the queen of fudge on this joining part. The blue was the same, like it laid flat and beautiful, but it was too big. Like stitch count had worked out, everything was right, but it just was big. It just happens sometimes, you know, tension, or it was the same. They're both 4-weight yarns. Both of these were Red Heart, though this one was with Love, this one was Super Saver. And the other ones were Joanne, so I suppose, like Big Twist, so I suppose that might have something to do with it. Because Joanne's the Big Twist is slightly, in my opinion, thinner. But then I'm pretty sure that this one was a Red Heart with Love. I could be wrong about that, so maybe that's why it worked out better. I don't know. Either way, I think it'll, lengthwise and all that stuff, measurement-wise, they worked out fine, so I think it'll match up fine. I have these on here on the stitch count every 50, so that I can match them up when I'm joining them, so nothing is too far off. And then the border should correct anything too terribly wonky. And yeah, that's going to be it for, so like I said, my plan is to show you a at least joined blanket next time, and then end it up with how I do the border. So I'm on track and doing well for the beginning of this month, or beginning of this year, so yay. Yeah, hopefully you guys like it. I see I had a couple people that weren't fans last time, on the last update. I don't know if it's because of it being for pet donations or just didn't like the idea, or if you thumbs down, feel free to leave a comment as to why you're thumbs downing. But I don't know. Anyway, for those of you who are leaving thumbs up and leaving comments, I do appreciate it. And yeah, like if you want to join along, like I said, feel free to, and go ahead and post it in my Facebook group. If you don't have Facebook and you want to join along, and email it to me, or message it to me on Instagram, or Samantha or Bella, feel free. We would love to see it. And the ladies will share it with me, I'm sure. If you get it to them instead, that would be fine, because I know I've had some issues with my email alerting me to emails. So that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. I will talk to you in another video, all right? I love you, and stay warm, you guys. Stay warm. If you're in one of our, like in my corner of Michigan, it is desperately cold. So, all right, I love you guys. Maverick loves you guys. Bye.